glistens and everything's bright. Everyone's happy and spirits are light. I am sitting here thinking, alone with my drink, as I do this time of the year. Do you remember when love was...
Mary will be joining us for what I'm pretty sure will be 10 seconds, but I'm gonna really enjoy those 10 seconds. She's such a loud purr. She sounds like a lawnmower. I love her. And this is her time of year to shine because her name is Mary, M-E-R-R-Y. Merry Christmas, Mary. Okay, today we are combining my two favorite things, which is movies and knitting. Yes! My excitement is unmatched, although it's pretty subdued right now. It's 2 p.m. and it is so dark. A thick blanket of clouds has descended upon us, and it feels like 9 p.m. Pippin, do you want to join the cuddle puddle? Yeah, baby. There's room for everyone. Just sit, but come here. Come here. So, I made a list of all of my favorite Christmas movies, and there are some guilty pleasures thrown in there, so let's keep the judgment to a minimum. Just kidding, you can judge as much as you want, I'm okay with that. These movies are listed in no particular order. I'm honestly surprised by the amount of Christmas movies that didn't really have anything, like, crazy to say about knits or like anything really to show for when it comes to knitting or even crochet items. Crochet items are heavily underrepresented in Christmas movies, but there are some iconic pieces, some classics, and some cult classics that I am looking forward to. Oh, there she goes. No more delaying, let's get into it. Starting with one of my favorites, which I'm going to say about all of these, While You Were Sleeping with Sandra Bullock. This movie has the knits. It has the knits. For people that like relaxed, oversized knitwear, this is the movie for you. Sandra Bullock's character is constantly wearing some sort of knit object, in some cases wearing multiple. Really early on in the movie, there's a scene where she's wearing just a really cute, simple matching hat and fingerless gloves, and I love the combination. And the scarf that she has is also knit. It's like, it's so cute in an effortless 90s. I just got out of bed and grabbed the cold weather accessories that I needed to get out the door, and it just so happens to be a vibe. There are 3 main like garments in this movie that I absolutely adore. So the first one, and by the way, I'm pretty sure all of these are machine knit for like all these movies, so just keep that in mind. So the first one is this really cute dainty cardigan that's intended to be worn button up with like these really tiny buttons, and it looks so cute and delicate and feminine, and it's a really stark contrast to the sweater she wears in the rest of the movie, which is hilarious because this is the one I'm least likely to wear, but I think is like, it's the cutest on her. If the goal is to look as like professional as possible, this is the look from the movie that you should go with. And then there are 2 others. So the first one is just a very simple like drop shoulder, it's almost tweedy, marled, heathered something, like white, gray, beige, somewhere in that neighborhood, oversized sweater, which I think everyone should have in their wardrobe. And if I ever just have a ton of white yarn laying around, like this is something that I will consider, if only to have it in my wardrobe. And then the main star of the show, like my absolute favorite knit in this entire movie, is she has this oversized, relaxed, cabled sweater. Of all the knits in the movie, that is one I am by far the most likely to recreate. It's just so cute, and it goes perfectly with like the denim and the lazy, like thrown up hair. But if you give me a neutral colored cable, I'm gonna love it. And this movie's a classic. Next up, we have Home Alone. A lot of people like pull out the red sweater from like the main movie screen title poster, the main movie poster. But that one's all right. It's a good sweater. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a basic sweater. But I love his white sweater. When he's jumping up and down, eating popcorn, Kevin McAllister is rocking this too good to be worn on a child sweater that I cannot believe he didn't get stains on with the amount of activities he was engaging in that day. I would 100% make this. I would 100% wear it. I saw that someone actually took the motif on the sweater and applied it to a pair of socks, and they did like these movie Christmas themed socks where they took like the iconic knits from different movies and put them into socks. And that was such a cool way to approach recreating something. If you're not someone that wants to make an entire sweater, but you're really into this and you kind of want a way to celebrate it and have fun with it, like that is such a genius idea. I also really like the hat that he wears at one point. It's a colorwork motif, and it's like a beige with a red contrast color, and I think it's like moose or elk or some sort of antlered beast on his hat. And that's such a good, like, classic Christmas hat that you could wear all winter, for sure. But I wanted to really give a proper shout out to the main star of the show, Harry. This man is a burglar. He's out robbing people, and he's rocking a green scarf. He's rocking a green knit scarf, and I respect that. We need more villainous people wearing knitwear. And I love how he styles it too, because he like throws the ends back over his shoulders. This is a classy man. Now, he's also wearing a simple black hat. I think if you wanted to go to a Christmas party and you have a little bit of a sense of humor, I would suggest maybe making a simple like stockinette stitch, what's it called, headband, like knit headband, and like sticking little feathers in it. Bonus points if you are a balding man. Okay, and the other piece that I am most likely to want to like wear or recreate would be it's like a cardigan that the mom is wearing, Catherine O'Hara's character. I don't know her name. He just calls her mom. It's like that 90s simple classic. You can see a trend with the things I like here. It's beautiful. And why does that hairstyle look so good on her? It's not fair. Also note that for some of these movies, there's just like one knit piece that I'm going to comment on, and for some, there's like a bunch of them. So, you know, it's completely uneven. You're along on this roller coaster ride with me. Next up is the movie Elf. I was shocked when I was watching Elf, and I did not see any knit pieces really. There were hardly any. And there's one that I actually really love, and it's like at the end of the movie. So at that point I was like, are there going to be any like really cute knit pieces thrown up here, please? It's a Christmas movie, come on. Zooey Deschanel's character, she's wearing this slouchy white hat that's cabled and has a cute little pom-pom on the end. And I was really into slouchy hats when I was in high school, like all the time, every day in the winter. At the second high school I went to, we were allowed to wear hats to class, so I would wear those slouchy hats to class every day in the winter. And as an adult, I have not worn any slouchy hats. Like I decluttered them all. My collection is no longer with me, but now I'm kind of tempted, and I love the giant puffball. Like I would make it potentially even bigger just to weigh down the slouchy hat and make it proper slouch. I really like the cabling on this, and I like that it's different cabling and it's not like all over the same cabling. It's just really interesting, and it was really hard to find images. Let me just apologize. It was really hard to find images of all of these like knit pieces. So a lot of these pictures are so grainy and so low quality. I apologize. This is really just a call to action for you to be watching these movies. And the other thing in Elf that I actually really like is her scarf, because those are unexpected colors. I would not think to do blue, red, and orange together in a Christmas look, but it works. I love it. It's building this like scrappy, bright personality situation. And looking at it closely, I could not actually tell if it was knit or crochet. I should not have made popcorn before a video. I'm just like, I'm sorry. It's not entirely unexpected though that Zooey Deschanel's character in the movie Elf would be the only one rocking knit pieces. Next up, we have The Preacher's Wife. If you have not seen The Preacher's Wife, you should. It's so good. And you do not have to be religiously affiliated to appreciate it. It's about marriage, and it focuses on the relationship of two people who are in a committed marriage and are kind of struggling to prioritize their relationship amidst larger, grander purposes in life, and trying to figure out, how do I prioritize my spouse but also tend to all of these other responsibilities that I have at the same time? And how do you show them love? How do you make them feel appreciated? And I love it. We watched this a lot growing up. I watch it every single year, and it's good. It's good. You got Whitney Houston singing, and so it's a win. It's a win. There's one scene where she's going ice skating with Denzel Washington, and she is wearing the most amazing outfit. This is like the most stunning ice skating outfit that anyone could ever put together. I will not be convinced otherwise. She's wearing like a knit hat and a knit sweater underneath, so you can only see them poking through. But I mainly am just putting this up as an excuse to show you how amazing this outfit is. The other item that I wanted to highlight is a hat. I don't think it's knit. It looks to me like a felt or fleece material, but it's embroidered and it's beautiful. I don't think I've ever seen a hat like this out and about. Have you? Like, I've never seen someone wear an embroidered, like, felty material hat. It looks so stunning. If anyone is really into embroidery, you need to do something like this because it's beautiful. Next one is a bit of a stretch, but hear me out, okay? Next up, we have the movie The Last Holiday. And there's just one look that I want to show, but I encourage you, if you have not seen this movie, it is such a feel-good movie. And you need to watch it if you haven't already, if only to see Queen Latifah rocking the most stunning outfits ever. She is dripping in luxury on this trip she goes on, and every single outfit is an absolute win. So there's not a whole lot of knit pieces that are really highlighted in this movie, but there's one look that I'm really inspired by that does incorporate a little bit of knitting. So it's this like greenish yellow turtleneck sweater that's under this fuchsia puffer jacket, and it's the color combo that I'm finding absolutely inspiring. I wish that they would show the full sweater at some point in the movie. They do not, to my knowledge. I don't think they do. But those two colors together look so freaking good. Oh my gosh. I really want to take those two colors and apply them to a knit object. Next up, we have 2018's The Grinch. Everyone will disagree with me on this. No one will agree, and that's fine. That's okay. This is the best Grinch movie of all the Grinch movies out there, and I'm sorry. I was going through a really hard time when this movie came out, and I went to see it, and it just brought me a little snippet of joy. And listening to Benedict Cumberbatch do an American accent is always fun. It's always fun. And the dog reminds me of my parents' dog that they got when I was in college. They look identical. More popcorn. There is only one knit piece in this movie that I want to highlight, and it is this iconic masterpiece. It's so simple but beautifully executed. When you go to watch the movie, the animation is really good and you can see the fluff on it. So it kind of looks like a brushed alpaca or like a merino mohair like held together combination. What I really love about it is the fact that it's so long, because obviously the character design here, he's just a very tall, slender individual. But I love that they put him in this scarf. I need a scarf this long. And it's wrapped around multiple times. This has got to be like a 15-foot long scarf. It's got to be. I think if you had a kid that liked this movie, it would be a really cute idea to make them a striped scarf like this, and then also make them a fluffy, bright green hat, like to mimic the fur of the Grinch here. I would find that absolutely hilarious. I would appreciate it. Next up, we have the Chronicles of Narnia, which I'm counting as a Christmas movie for the purposes of this video, because the outfits are so good. This one has the most amount of things I want to talk about. Prepare yourself. First up, you have James McAvoy rocking the iconic red scarf. Once again, we are seeing a fluffy red scarf that is incredibly long, and it's just making me want to make an incredibly long scarf. Like, I want a 16-foot long scarf. Do I want to spend the 30 hours making it? Maybe not, but I might. I also find it hilarious that that is the only article of clothing he is wearing. And then you have Lucy Pevensey coming in, rocking the best green cardigan. She has two. The first one I really like. It's kind of an argyle pattern on the front, and I've seen other people recreate it really well. It's a good, cute kids one. And then there's one that's a little bit more simple, but I actually love more, where it's sort of like a ribbed. I think it's ribbed. It's hard to see. I'm looking at the blurriest pictures right now. I'm so sorry. I love that they put her in green because it really makes like the tiny amount of red in her hair pop out. That cardigan with like the deep V paired with a dress under it is so cute. And then when the kids are traveling by train to get to the professor's place, Lucy's wearing this, I think it's a crochet green hat. It's sort of like a beret, but slightly different. I love this. I would totally wear this. Are you kidding me? Now, Susan doesn't have any like knit pieces that I really want to talk about because she's mostly just in gray cardigans, but her outfits in Narnia, especially in the Prince Caspian movie, are iconic, and I need to show them because I love them and I need people to know how amazing they are. If you haven't seen these already, her dress, her warrior outfits, all of her outfits are an absolute slay when she's in Narnia. Why are you so beautiful, Susan? I don't understand. We have the movie White Christmas. This is the movie that my family watches every Christmas Eve night, and at this point, I'm pretty sure I have every line memorized. There aren't a whole lot of knit pieces in this movie, but there are so many amazing outfits. So the first one I want to show is this black, like it's a thinner, finer knit sweater. And the shape on the neckline is so interesting. I am really tempted to try something like that, especially because I have like a mock neck, like cream turtleneck similar to that. And the illusion is so cool. How have I not done anything like this before? How have I not seen anything like this out in the world before? I've only seen it in this movie. The character of Judy has a lot of really cute outfits. Anytime they put her in a yellow dress, I just absolutely love it. They're so cute, especially her like train one. Oh my gosh. Did I say this was me talking about knits in movies? No, I tricked you. This is me talking about fashion in movies in general. Because how could you not? I want to wear this yellow dress. Okay, and indulge me for a moment. There is one dress that her sister wears that I think is stunning. It's gorgeous. She's wearing it at the Carousel Club. And this is a black and white picture, but if you can imagine, there's like fuchsia drapes behind her, and it's this beautiful black dress, and the neckline is to die for. Are you kidding me? Who designed this? I need to do more research. It's beautiful. I would love that. If someone were to wear something like that on the red carpet, I would love it. Oh, and can we please have a moment to celebrate the old man cardigan here? Like the brown one, buttoned all the way down. He just has one button at the bottom. Why? That would bother the heck out of me if I was wearing it. But I will applaud any man in a cardigan. Even the old man cardigan. I still love it. I'm going to make fun of it, but I still love it. Next up, we have Arthur Christmas. This movie makes me cry every time I see it. I love it so much. It's again James McAvoy, and Hugh Laurie plays his brother. This movie actually has a pretty stacked cast. So for those of you that haven't seen it, Arthur is just a young man who is the son of Santa that just loves Christmas. He loves the joy it brings to children, and he is just like one of the most wholesome characters ever to be concocted. And he wears these hilarious, very loud, very fun, playful, whimsical sweaters throughout the entire movie. And I love that they switch up his sweaters and they don't just keep sticking him in the same one. And we're also going to take a moment to shout out his slippers. If someone would like to crochet these, please do. They're so freaking hilarious, and they light up. The eyeballs light up. He's just such a cute character, and it's so fun to see him in his bright sweaters. Up next, we have The Holiday. And the main outfit that I think people call out as far as knitting goes is the one where she's wearing like the lavender hat and scarf and like tank top, and then the like white cardigan over it. I personally would never wear a tight cardigan that buttons all the way down to my hips. Like you wouldn't see that on me. So I can't really connect with that. What I can connect with is her, what I would call a divorcee cardigan, which is those like very flowy, oversized cardigans that go down to your like mid-thigh, and you'll always see that like the characters kind of like wrap it around themselves whenever they're like feeling really dramatic or vulnerable. They'll just like cross it over itself and be like, I'm swaddling myself in my cardigan so I can't be hurt. And then again, we are celebrating the old man brown cardigan. Maybe I'm alone in this. I love a denim button down. I love it. I appreciate it. And a denim button down paired with the old man cardigan is such a look. If I saw a man walking down the street wearing this outfit, I would genuinely believe like he is a very stylish individual. Very self-assured, knows who he is. He's wearing a cardigan. And then this character Arthur, when he's first introduced in the movie, he's wearing a sweater vest under his jacket. And while I could not recreate that fine of a knit pattern, I really love the look when you look up close of that sweater vest. It has this really pretty like diamond pattern in what I'm assuming is like a brown or a reddish brown contrast in color, and it goes so like it just looks really good, and it just looks really classy to me. And then I also love the shape. I would really enjoy making a sweater vest with that shape. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but basically at the bottom you have the line of buttons, and then it kind of splits off. And you have these 2 points at the bottom. So I am not sure if that's because it's a little bit smaller than the dimension of his hips and he just unbuttoned the bottom portion and it naturally opened like that, or if it was specifically designed to go in like that and come to those 2 points. I would personally really like to make a sweater vest where it's specifically designed to go in and you're doing decreases to get that like pointed shape, and perhaps even making it more pronounced. I can't explain why, I just really like the idea of that. The Santa Claus. There is one man and one man only that deserves to be featured in this movie, and that is Neil. This psychiatrist, he enters every scene he's in confidently wearing the most iconic knitwear. It baffles the mind. Where did he find these? I've never seen anything like it before. I'm looking at them now. I can't. They're so good. Who picked these out? I love that he's framed as the villain, and he does have some moments that are less than desirable, but for a lot of the movie, he's just reacting how a normal person would, and I think he genuinely wants the best for everyone involved. But they frame him as like this evil liberal therapist or psychiatrist that's just, no one wants to talk to him. I would talk to Neil. I would hang out with him at a party. Anyone wearing a sweater like that, I would immediately go up to at a party. He does have one that I don't think I would necessarily wear. I maybe would wear it if I changed up the colors, but it's got these big squares and then these little squares that are different colors. I could see that one trending. Of all the outfits, I could see that one trending because I think this era of fashion is coming back a little bit, and I could totally actually see someone wearing this. And the last movie is probably the guiltiest of my Christmas movie pleasures. It is The Happiest Season. If you have seen this, just know I watched this knowing full well that Harper is the worst character ever. She was so hard to watch. She was so unlikable, as was the rest of her family, with one exclusion, which is her sister Jane, which is why Jane will be the only one featured right now. Jane is the sweetheart. She's such a kind, loving soul that's just trying to make everyone and herself happy and living her life, and she's got so much love to give. And her family treats her like garbage. And she's like the only character in that family that doesn't just constantly wear like gray, white, or black. She actually has fun with her outfits. So the first one, I really wish they would show us the entire sweater because I'm intrigued by the color palette that she has going on. So it's this Fair Isle style sweater. And I love the colors that they used in that sweater. I want to see the whole thing. Also, I do really like the hat and mittens. I like that it looks like she's having fun with her outfit because they are not super polished. It's not super coordinated. It feels... would you know what I mean if I say it feels like a scrappy outfit? Like, it doesn't necessarily go together. And I would say the color work on the hat and the mittens competes with that on the sweater. But she's actually having fun with her outfit. And when it comes to winter accessories, it's not about trying to look as fashionable as possible all the time. It's also fun to just be like, this is my favorite hat, so I'm going to put it on. These are my favorite mittens, so I'm going to put them on. And I feel like there's a little bit more freedom of expression in the wintertime when you're piling on like the warm gear. Another look that she wears is this obviously machine knit, very fine knit sweater, and it's like this V-neck, and it has these plants coming out from the bottom. It is unexpected for a Christmas look because this is what she wore to Christmas with her family, and she pairs it with this really cute like green like sequin skirt, and I think the outfit is so fun, and like I said, it diverts expectations for what you would wear to Christmas. But if I saw someone knit this, like in Tarja or Duplicate Stitch, whatever, if I saw someone knit this and wear it as a Christmas look with a green skirt, I would save that pin. I would be saving that post if it was on Instagram, and I would be in love with it. It makes me think of the Devil Wears Prada scene where she's like,
Florals for spring. Groundbreaking.
But florals for winter. She is original. This character is famously very original. And then the other item that she wears, I would switch up the colors personally, but I do appreciate it, is this very long stranded colorwork cardigan. And I love this style of cardigan where you have that rounded folded over part in the front instead of like your traditional just doing like a button band. And it has pockets. It has pockets, guys. If I ever make a mid-length cardigan like this, I really hope that I put in the time and effort to add pockets. But I like this because it feels like a classic at-home Christmas with the family, wearing it over my pajamas kind of cardigan. Okay, that is it for the knits. Please let me know what your Christmas movie recommendations are. What Christmas movies do you really like? Because I do have some other Christmas movies that I didn't really find a whole lot of knits to share, but they're still good Christmas movies. So Christmas with the Cranks, Miracle on 34th Street, It's a Wonderful Life, Joy Noelle, Spirited, and Love Actually, another guilty pleasure. I don't condone most of the relationships in there, but I don't think the movie is really asking you to. The only healthy relationship in there is really Martin Freeman's relationship, I think. And that movie also got me to really fall in love with Joni Mitchell. I'm sorry, my family nor my husband's family likes the movie A Christmas Story, so I did not feature any of the looks in that. And then my mom also likes Christmas Vacation, so I could have looked at that one because I'm pretty sure there are some solid knits in that movie. Yeah, what Christmas movies do you really like? And I don't think a movie has to be like dead set Christmas movie to be a movie that I would watch in preparation for Christmas, kind of like Narnia. Like it's not really a Christmas movie, but they have enough Christmas in there where every time Christmas rolls around, I'm like, oh, I should watch Narnia. Don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, I think I'm gonna watch Last Holiday. I think I'm feeling Last Holiday today.
Merry Christmas, baby. Reindeer's coming out to play. Santa Claus is packing the presents, making sure you've been behaving okay. Merry Christmas, honey.